Well, now they've bbeen close for weeks, and they're closer still today. The latest national poll by NBC News and the Wall Street Journal puts President Obama just 1 percentage point up on Mitt Romney at 48 to 47. With it so close, those swing states are the only votes which really matter. The latest poll in Virginia shows Obama is just 1 point ahead in that crucial state where both campaigns have kept up a relentless push. And in Ohio, the latest poll there shows the president up by just 2 percentage points. All of it within the margin of error, of course, so it is still anyone's to call. But is it? We're joined now by strategists from both sides of the political spectrum. Simon Rosenberg, among other things, well, he's president of the New Democrat Network, which is a think tank. He worked on Bill Clinton's presidential campaign. And Kristen Soltis is vice president of the Winston Group, which does polling and strategy for the Republican Party. And I'm just sort of wondering tonight, in reality, there is no poll that shows Romney actually ahead nationally, and no poll that shows him ahead in the crucial swing states. So one might as well call it.
I don't think it's quite that over at this point. I mean, you know what? Look, the polls have been showing pretty consistently Obama with slight leads in these swing states. So as a Republican, it makes me nervous going into tomorrow. On the other hand, there are lots of things that are kind of curious about the polls. For instance, Mitt Romney winning by huge margins among independent voters in a lot of these swing states. So we may wind up with a situation where these states are a little closer than the polls are showing.
Okay. You're reading Simon Rosenberg?
I think the combination of an improving economy, strong debate performances in the last 3 debates for the Democrats, and an adept handling of Sandy, Hurricane Sandy that came through, is giving a little bit of momentum to Barack Obama at the end in what is a very close race. We feel really good about tomorrow. I think we're going to win.
Okay, well, let's take the lid off that place, because this is trouble. This is a place which hasn't really passed a sensible piece of legislation in over a year, possibly longer than that. I mean, it's been completely jammed. What likelihood is there that the election will do anything to resolve what's going on there?
One of the great ironies is that this is an electorate that's very fed up and frustrated with Washington, and yet tomorrow they may send almost all of the same people right back here for another 2 to 4 years. But as you know, this election is winding down. The fall is coming to a close and winter is coming. We've got the fiscal cliff is right on the horizon, and it remains to be seen what will people do differently given another 2 to 4 years.
Look, I think given how bad the economy was, if the Democrats come out with Barack reelected, 52-53 in the Senate, a stronger position in the Senate, all that the Republicans are going to have here in town is a House that's controlled by sort of their crazy wing of their party. I think the Democrats come out much stronger, the Republicans come out much weaker. The pressure is going to be on the Republican Party to compromise and work with the Democrats to get things done.
Well, that was what I really wanted to try and push at, because actually both leaders, both Romney and Obama, have started talking much more openly about bipartisan cooperation, whatever happens. And they're, after all, the people who are going to have to do the work in trying to persuade these people to move. Do you think actually that after the election there will be a decision to get on with it, pass the budget and save the world from another recession?
I think so. I'm going to choose to be a little optimistic on this one. You know, at every point where we've had a doomsday scenario and where Congress has had to do something or else a massive crisis would ensue, they've done something, even if that's just to kick the can down the road. So I don't
Well,
think
they can't kick it very far this time, because January the 1st is almost upon us.
That's true, but I fully expect that there will be some kind of solution at some point once the sort of furor of the election season is behind us.
You know that the investment in the United States has gone down today. There are clear signs that the markets are beginning to get shaky about January the 1st. Should they? Could you give them conviction that, in fact, whatever happens in this election, there will be a decision that will resolve the crisis on Capitol Hill?
No, I don't think anyone should feel confident about that at all.
I'm going to move my stocks out of America right now.
I do think, though, that there's going to be tremendous pressure on the people coming back to get something done meaningfully on the subject you've raised tonight. And I think that the pressure is really going to be on the Republicans. The Democrats have put all their cards on the table. They have a plan for what they want to do. The president's shown that he's willing to raise taxes, cut defense, reform Medicare. Those are the 3 things that have to get done in order to fix the budget deficit. The Republicans have opposed all 3 of those things. I think the Republicans have really got to change where they are. I think the president is going to be much stronger, and if they don't cooperate, I think he's going to use the bully pulpit in a way against them he just simply didn't do in the first term. And I think, so hopefully, let's say in the next 6 months, we could see something meaningful happen.
Well, Simon Rosenberg, I hope you're right. Kristen Soltis, both, thank you very much indeed for talking with us. That's it from here from the moment. Back to Kristen in London with more of the day's news.
Thanks, Sean.